Today I'm using the Elle Studio August 2021 kit and add-ons to create a single photo layout. It's a 12 by 12. I'm starting with white cardstock on the background and the brand new pocket envelope metal die. I created an entire video all about how amazing this metal die is, so be sure that you check that out after you watch this video, or you can pause now and go over to that video to check that out. It's in my channel right now. But I am using a piece of pattern paper from the new Adventure paper stack to create a little pocket envelope, and look how cute that is. You can put adhesive on the sides or you can leave it open. It's totally up to you. What I want to do, I have this vision in my head. I want to create a rainbow of envelopes that are going up the right side of my page, and my photo is going to be on the left, and out of all of those envelopes are going to be coming like little fun things that coordinate with the color of the envelope. So as soon as I saw this die, that idea popped into my head. So I'm going to make that idea a reality here. I have some envelopes already cut and others that I am going to do in just a minute so that I can get that rainbow effect going up my page. So you can pretty much see all of the basics about this envelope die in my envelope die video, which is live on my feed right now. But I want to show you this really cool trick that you can do. If you put the die just on the top of the envelope, you can cut out a coordinating or contrasting color to stick underneath the flap so that you have a different color when you open the envelope, and then you can simply just trim off like 1/8 of an inch there so that it can fold easily. But that's a really fun thing to do to add a little bit of extra interest to your envelopes. I'm going to do that again here with this really fun multicolored striped pattern paper and just run that top portion through so that I can get another different pattern for the top of my red polka dot envelope. And then I'm going to use this gorgeous teal to create another envelope to get that rainbow effect. The last color I'm going to use is this fuchsia color that I am going to grab from the Good Times paper stack. I really love this pattern, and it's going to create a fun ending to all of those colorful envelopes. Then I'm going to cut a coordinating fuchsia grid for the top portion of that flap, just to create a little bit more fun there on that envelope. For the yellow envelope, I'm going to choose some of the warmer hues in this striped paper. So I'm going to cut the striped paper and then place my envelope die right there on that top portion so that I can get that top fold to be a rainbow of those warm hues. Super fun, love that one. I'm also grabbing the Adventure paper stack for this last teal envelope so that I can add it's the same hue but a different tone of that teal, and it has the topography map pattern at the top of the teal envelope. Look at all of these really fun colors. I'm so excited about this layout. Right away you can see it's really energetic and happy. When you do cut the top portion for your flap, just make sure that you put that right above that line on your die cut, or you're going to need to trim off about 1/8 of an inch just so that you can make sure that your envelope folds neatly. Now my envelopes are going to be in the open position, but I am going to put some dimensional adhesive behind them, so I want to make sure that that flap still folds. Okay, now it's time to get these babies in place on my layout. I deliberately created a 12 by 12 layout this time because I knew that these were going to take up a big portion of the layout. My photo is quite small. It is a 3 by 4, but it is a single photo that I just love of my daughter going back to school for the first day after doing virtual learning for so long, and she chose like her favorite dress to wear with her cute leggings underneath, and she's just really happy in this photo. So I want to make it a really happy and fun, energetic layout. So I'm just getting all of these envelopes in place, and I'm putting down some tape adhesive first before I add any dimensional adhesive. I just want to make sure that these guys are stuck down really well because they are quite dimensional. I'm using some strong adhesive. This is the scrapbook.com 1/4 inch tape adhesive that I just love, and I am making sure that these are really stuck down. The next thing I'm going to do is grab some elements from the monthly kit to kind of decide where I want to place them around the page, and I'm going to be color blocking, which essentially means that I'm adding the same color embellishments around the same color envelopes. And so that helps everything to stay kind of organized so it's not way too much to look at. I am also grabbing these awesome Proud of You die cuts. I really love these die cuts. They have cute little pencils with little sayings. They have really fun prize ribbons, great titles in here, you guys. So be sure to check out these Proud of You die cuts this month. It's a huge pack of die cuts. Check them out in the shop at the link in my video notes. You can find that by clicking the down arrow underneath of this video. So some of these elements I actually stamped as well from the You Got This stamp. Or the open here stamp, like that circle that I placed on the fuchsia envelope. That was from the open here stamp, and that is a stamp that coordinates perfectly with the pocket envelope metal die. So be sure to check that out if this envelope metal die is a must-have on your list, which I'm pretty sure that it should be. It is just really versatile. You can use this envelope metal die for so many different things. So be sure to check out my envelope metal die video in my channel. Really love this yellow pencil, and I love that that's kind of the center point of my layout. And that star says Proud of You, so it kind of fits beautifully with the theme of my page. Pretty much this August kit is really all about positivity. It's not necessarily about back to school or learning. It's really about positivity and like boosting someone up. I love that. So I decided that I think this layout needs a little bit of a frame around it because there's a lot of white around the envelopes, and it needs something to really ground all those colors that are in the center there. So I'm just putting this on a piece of sapphire cardstock from Close to My Heart. Sapphire is my favorite navy ink, and I love the cardstock too. So then I'm going to go ahead and add some dimension behind those envelope flaps so that it looks like they're, coming off of the page. Those cute little heart and star outlines come from the pocket envelope metal die too. So I added those around the page, and I'm also using the light teal cardstock basic shape stickers. So this is a brand new product to the Elle Studio shop. They're basic shapes like those asterisks, which I love that shape. So really love that one. I'm just seeing what other things that I can add to my die cuts from the kit here. I'm using Thistle ink from Close to My Heart to stamp a phrase on this fuchsia die cut from the kit, and I'm using the You Got This stamp to add that in there. Lots of positive affirmations on this stamp, so be sure to check that out. If you love to leave little notes in your kids' lunch boxes, this is a great stamp set to have. And this envelope die is also a great one to do that with too, because if you don't add adhesive to the inside, you can just use it like a little note card that folds up on itself and put that into your kids' lunchbox. So this layout is about my Lizzie, and this month we have the brand new Lizzie alphabet stamp that is named after her. So it's pretty special for all of us in our family that she has a stamp named after her. But There are a lot of different fun elements in this stamp besides just alphas and numbers. There are borders, there are little icons, and this scalloped border is really, really fun. And I want to use it before I add my title to the base of the layout to kind of create a separation and a place for my photo to sit. So I'm using sapphire ink that matches the border of this page from close to my heart to stamp a couple of rows, but I want to make sure that I don't have it too long. So I'm going to do some stamping where I don't ink up all the way to the end of that scallop. So I left one off so that it wasn't too long there. And that creates a perfect little shelf to create a separation between my photo and my title. For my title, I am grabbing some of the Jane Tile cardstock alphabet stickers. These are in navy, and I'm going to start my title with these and end it with the Lizzie alphabet stamp. So I'm titling this layout Your First Day Do-Over because she had a first day, but it was remote, and this was her do-over first day because it was the first day she was going into school. And I just love the way that these Lizzie alphabet stamps match up together and kind of overlap each other. Then to match the font of that Jane tile, I'm using the large Jane outline. So I love mixing and matching fonts on my titles, and I'm using the same font as in the tile alpha, but in a different color, in stamp form instead of sticker form. So it connects them, but adds some contrast as well. So I added the word day with the sorry, that's the medium Jane alphabet stamp because the large Jane was just a little bit too large. Now I'm checking here to see if I want to add the word do-over in the tile, but ultimately I decide to do it with the Lizzie alpha stamp. I'm not feeling that with the tile. I love the juxtaposition of that medium Jane alpha with the Lizzie alpha. So if you get the Lizzie alpha stamp this month, have a play with it and see what stamps you have in your stash that it really matches with well. I just think it's really fun to mix and match those two fonts together. So I'm just going to finish up with this final word here so that my title can be complete. Now that my title is down, I have all of the elements in place. My journaling is going to go on that salmon colored Remember This journaling tag that's tucked into the envelope. I want to see here if I can add anything between the words first and do over because there's kind of that little awkward space there. And the asterisks from, or the sparkle as I like to call it, from the Lizzie alphabet stamp is perfect for adding a row of kind of sparkles in there so that it kind of closes up that awkward gap in my title. I like for my title elements to all be kind of close together. And so it's a great idea to add a little something in there if you see an awkward space. I'm thinking that I need to stamp a few things around the layout just for some added texture. I'm stamping in the same colors, but just adding some phrases around here that says trying something new from the You Got This stamp, and that's just perfect for this layout. I'm also seeing what other little bits and pieces I kind of have on my desk that can fit around here. These are the Chipboard circle stickers, and they are so fun. They have lots of different colors, lots of different icons, and I want to kind of mix and match stars and hearts around this layout. Grabbing the You Got This stamp again. This is such a usable stamp this month to stamp this little circle on this label, and you don't have to fill up the entire label. And, you know, I stamped a circle on a rectangular label and it looks really cool. So I'm excited about that. So many different stamped elements that I want to fit on this layout, and I know I won't be able to fit everything, but this little rainbow card, which is super fun and fits so cute in the envelope, I have it sticking out. I'm just going to stamp a little sentiment right underneath the rainbow to add to that says, "You are amazing." And I'm using Cherry Kisses there from the Stamp Market. That is a red color that works extremely well with the red in Ellie's monthly kits and all of her products. So I love Cherry Kisses for that. The other thing I'm going to do is add a couple of the new acrylic stars. I like to attach those with Zots, which is an awesome product from ThermoWeb. Those things stick down perfectly with those little acrylics. Just seeing if there's anything else here on the Lizzie stamp that I can, add around the page. Like I said, it doesn't just have letters and numbers. There's all sorts of little icons that are perfect for adding little bits and pieces around your page. And this little heart is perfect for adding, a trio of hearts to that yellow label. And a little star onto that fuchsia label using Thistle from Close to My Heart. So many fun things. I think we need some sparkles in here. Sparkles are some of my favorites, and I have them on my Title Builder Volume 2 stamp, and I'm adding 2 little sparkles here to this red label. Perfect. Such a fun layout, really fun to embellish, right? Because you can take the guesswork out of embellishment, because Ellie's kits and add-ons are so beautifully coordinated. You know that all of your add-ons are going to match your pattern papers perfectly, and so it makes it really fun to embellish a layout. I just need to get my glue unstuck so that I can stick the said embellishments down. So once I got everything glued down, the only thing I thought was missing was something small on the left of that photo, and I added that there with a journaling tag from the August kit and a little die cut. I just love the way this layout turned out. So fun, so colorful, lots of positive vibes, rainbows, sparkles, stars, and hearts. You can't go wrong. Plus, you can't go wrong with an alphabet stamp that's named after your kid that's featured in the layout. I'm super proud of this. Love this layout, you guys. Love this month's products. I hope you'll check them out at the link in my video notes. Thanks so much for watching and supporting Ellie's Studio in all that you create. Have a great day and happy creating.